Hello and welcome again for this new lesson, third secondary stage, semester, of course, the second. The title of this lesson, Unit 1, Speaking Examination Practice, and of course, name is Travel 6. This lesson prepared by Noura Sufyani and presented by me, Faisal Al-Shehri. As usual, in each lesson we have 1, 2, or even 3 objectives. In our lesson for today, we have 2 objectives. Number 1, to speculate and make a decision. And number 2, to use some words correctly. Alright, so keep in mind that we have 2 objects, and keep in mind that we are talking about speaking examination practice. Listen, so to guess and make a decision, this is number 1, to use some words correctly. Alright, those are the objectives, and let's move to the lesson. Warm up speaking. And I would like to ask you a question now. What kind of extracurricular events does your school organize? What kind of extracurricular events does your school organize? What type of activities your school organize? Do you have a specific activities your school organize? Do you have such an open class, for example, visiting, unusual, typical lesson? Okay, I need you to help me with that. Door. Okay. We are talking about activities. If there is any certain activities okay, door table. Okay, sounds great. This is the introduction. Okay, good. Good. This is introduction. I need your help with that. Work in pace. We are going to give you now, after this slide, I'm going to give you 2 different situations, and you're supposed to speak about each one. Alright? So, Student A, read the situation, look at pictures, and ask the questions. Student B, go to pages 103, read the information, and answer the Student A's questions. Okay? Now, who would like to speak? If you would like to speak, please raise up your hand, and I would like to choose one of you, because this is speaking class. Situation. I am president of a student council. We have decided to organize an extracurricular event that will bring the students together. However, first we want to hear from other students like you about which option you think would be best. Alright? How many options do we have? 2, 3. Excellent, Sabrine. We have 2 options, right? Can anyone read the options? If you would like to read it, I will give you the microphone so you can read it. Okay? Never mind, Adnan. Maybe next time you're going to read. Okay, option number 1, I need you to understand this very well. An art exhibition held indoors, which means maybe inside the school. What are the advantages of this activity? Students could submit and sell their own artwork. This one advantage. Also, it is inexpensive. to organize. This is second advantage. Also, it is not affected by weather condition because usually it's been inside the classroom. The disadvantages, it might not be popular with the students who are not artists. Okay. The second options is an outdoor sport day. The advantages, it will appeal to a wide range of students. It is possible to raise money by selling refreshments. The negative side or the disadvantages, it's expensive to organize. Also, success depends on good weather. What do you understand from this two different situation? We have to choose now one of them if we would like to do an extracurricular, an extra event in our school, for example. Do you know what is the meaning of the word advantages? Do you have an idea about the meaning of the word advantages? What about disadvantages? Okay. Do you know what is the difference between indoors and outdoor? This one, indoor and outdoor. Now let me highlight it for you to make sure that you can see it. Do you know what difference between two things? Okay, for this is more adventure. Indoor outdoors activity. Okay, in out. All right. So we can see now the first option. Is it expensive or not? The first option, art exhibition. You can read it. Okay, Sabrin said expensive, and you can read it now here. What about the second one? Is it expensive or inexpensive? The second option. You can read it. Go to the advantages and disadvantages. All right. Look at now those two options. The same options we have read previously, but I need you to focus on the two pictures. What can you understand from the two different pictures? Those we call it extracurricular. All right, you can see the first one, art exhibition, usually be indoor. Yes, excellent, Sabrine. And the second one is outdoor, means outside, not in a locked place, for example. So there is advantages and disadvantages for each option. Okay? Now, I need you to help me with that. What is the disadvantages of art exhibition indoors, and what is the disadvantages of outdoor sport day? What do you think? You can give me another disadvantages not necessarily mentioned in the slide. Who can help me with that? What is the disadvantages for both option 1 and option 2? Clean home. Well done, Sabrine. Well done. This is advantage or disadvantage? Advantage. Well done. What about the others? What do you think of advantages and disadvantages of each option? You can think of your own experience. Okay, I would like to ask you, have you ever been in such an exhibition? Have you organized an indoors exhibition, for example? Okay, maybe you attend. All right. Now, any questions about option 1 and option 2? In this lesson, you're supposed to speak, but most of you don't have the microphone, so we may not stay here for a long time. You're supposed to speak about 2 options rather than writing in the chatting books. Now we are going to move to the next or the second section of our lesson today, which is examination practice. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the words in the capitals or in capitals. We are going to see almost 4 sentences with capital word. You need to write the capital words in the right form. Okay? This is evaluation. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the words in capital. For example, this is the word in capital. Number 1, admit, apply, contest, and locate. We need to write it in the right form. Keep that in mind. So what do you think the right form for the word admit in the first sentence? To book fare is a free. What do you think the right form of the word admit will be fit and will be the right choice in this space? We want to do number 1 together and then move to the other part. Admitent. All right, Renat, well done. Good try. What about the others? Do you agree with Renat? Renat said admitent. Okay, can we use another word or there is only one correct word? Okay. Sabri, maybe you would like to say something. All right, what about number 2? Around 200 will be interviewed for the job. Apply. Okay, apply. This is the word, and we need to put it in the right form. What do you think? For the second sentence, around 200 will be interviewed for the job, and the word apply. You can try, because we are going to see our answer later on. So don't worry if your answer is right or not. We want to practice. Let's move to number 3. Will all, and then the word is contest, meet in the main hall, please? Sometimes you need to write the name of the word, and sometimes you need to write the plural, and sometimes you need to write the single. So it depends on the sentence. And the last one, number 4, the police asked me for my exact, and the word is locate. Application. All right. We will see, Sabri. Never mind. Good try, unless you are trying. That sounds great. What about the last one? I'm going to help you with the last one. You can write it in the noun form. The police asked me for my exact. The word is locate. This is the verb. We can write it in the noun. It will be may be the right answer, because we are going to check our answers together. All right, let's check our answers together and then we will see. So admission and admittance, both are correct for the first one. You said application, and the right answer is applicants. Good try, Sabrine. Number 3, contestants, would be the right form. And the last one, as I told you, if you write it in the noun form, it will be the right and the correct answer location. Okay, any questions about these forms or sentences? Is it clear for you? All right. Let's move then to the summary. If you can remember with us the speaking part, do you remember how options that was in this slide? How many options were in the slides? And what? Excellent, Sabrine. Can you remember what is the main idea of each option? Can you remember the main idea of each option? For example, the first one, it was talking about what? And the second one, it was talking about what? Okay, we can help you with that. We were talking about two options. Okay, indoors, indoors exhibition and outdoor sport day, for example, and we explained the advantages of each and as well as the disadvantages. Then we move to the second part of our lesson, which is examination practice using the appropriate words in the sentence, and we told you how to use the right form in the right sentence. Those are the references of our lesson if you'd like to